We are live. We have 222 followers live, ready to watch this most incredible masterclass where I am going to be sharing everything that I know about money, about manifesting, and about marketing so that you can have the most incredible 2024. I'm going to give a heads up that I am home with my children. It is holidays. I also have a little puppy, so there might be a little bit of comings and goings in the background or a little bit of barking. But this is what we're here for. Hi, Sire7, good to see you. Hey, the real Maddie's here live. Give me a wave. Let me know where you're dialing in from. And, you know, this is about your time freedom. This is about really, truly understanding the principle of manifestation so that you can really bring your creative authenticity through your business. You can enjoy more time freedom. You can have more fun. You can work with the soulmate clients, and you can do it all without any push or force. We've got Fuchsia Blue, we've got Coral's music, we've got Thunder Bay, YD Thunder Bay. Woo, nice to see you. So, I mean, I want to ask, first of all, hey, Avril, would you even believe me if I said that you could not work and still make money? You know, it is this concept that's really hard to get your mind around, right? That you could actually do nothing but still receive everything. But I want you to know and trust from my story that is my story. And I'm at this place, this incredible place now where my creativity is going wild. My experience of life is expanding, and I do not have to worry about money at all because I have mastered magnetism. I started by awakening a miracle frequency that literally brought synchronicities and miracles into my life on a daily basis. And I have gone just deeper and deeper with that. In the last 12 months, especially, going into a very deep level of spiritual awakening and understanding everything at a whole new level. And I want to share some of these principles with you today, because when you really understand the power of your mind, and also like the power of your body, but also how they're working both in conflict and together and in unity with source. So if we imagine your mind being your personality, all of your conditioning, all of your programming, all the stuff firing around your head, right? I'm telling you, you don't have to work. You can still make money, and your head goes, yeah, right. You know, I'm worried about this. I've got this bill here. I need to, think about my next launch. Then you've got this beautiful essence self, which is your divine blueprint. It is the hologram of your starseed. 222. That is how many followers were online when I pressed live. That is my number as an initiate of the new earth. 222. Right? It is no coincidence that I'm here speaking to you now. I have a divine seed, a divine hologram within that seed, a divine blueprint. And if my blueprint is in conflict constantly with my mind, and my mind is filled with everything that goes against divine will, the path that is written, my Dharma, then what's going to manifest? The wrong thing is going to manifest, or I'm going to force what I manifest by trying to fill my head with images of what I think I want, images of what I think I need. And it could be coming from my programming and my scarcity, instead of from source. So source, unity with source, catalyzes the beautiful union of these two parts of the self, the divine self, the essence self, and your personality. So you can, fill your mind with loving thoughts, truth, trust, and positivity. You can become one, and you can become one with the strongest force in the universe, the most important law when it comes to manifestation, and that is love. You can become the energy of love, and when you become the energy of love, you begin to manifest easily. So today I'm going to be sharing from my Awakened Wealth Blueprint, which is the 9 steps that I take my clients through. And it's going to revolutionize your wealth creation in 2024. Give me some fire bombs if that excites you. Beginning of the year, new goals, new intentions, new ways, and you're looking for the way that is going to give you, like I say, the creative authenticity, the freedom, the radical expression, the expanded experience of life, and the money. So I'm going to be focusing on money, manifestation, and marketing. I'm going to be sharing with you the quantum leap method that I use over and over again in my life, but also with my clients, to consistently live in the highest frequency possible and manifest what I want easily. And I tell you, this is in spite of what is going on in my external reality. In the last 4 months, my entire world has fallen down. My marriage has broken down. I am in my home right now doing this, but everything's changed. Yes, Sophia, everything's changed. Everything's uncertain. It's not been an easy roller coaster to ride, and yet I know how to stay in the highest vibration possible, and I have seen spirit gift abundance just over and over and over again. In fact, my life has expanded through this experience. Everything is better because of this experience. And that is because there are 4 steps to the quantum leap method that you can use over and over again. Bella's on here. She's a qualified quantum leap coach using this method with her clients. And it really does teach you to become a tuning fork to the high vibration that draws the reality that you want to you. I'm going to be teaching you what your brain and your body have got to, what your brain and your body have got to do. I've got some notes here that I've just skipped, to do with what you're manifesting financially, okay? This is really important because at the moment you might not be manifesting what you want fast enough. And I'm going to be teaching you some of the secrets from my mystery school as to why, and actually how you can start bending reality, and bending reality instantly, so you can step into a new financial reality either now or in the next 4 to 6 weeks. I had a couple of clients who are a partnership. They're in my mastermind. They jumped on the call this morning. They said, Claire, we had the best month that we've ever had. They're in month 4 of the mastermind. They've hit their goal already. You know, they've had their best month ever. But they came into December with a belief that December's quiet. December, you don't make money because people don't have money, and they're not focused on anything other than Christmas trees and, you know, stuffing farts, right? They had this belief system, and we reframed it. And I said, look, you know, this is, you know how to bend reality to your will. What do you want? And they came out of December with the most money that they've ever made. How does that feel? How does that feel? Bella says, yes, this shit works. It does. I'm living proof that this shit works. So we are going to be talking a little bit about marketing as well, because everything comes together. You know, your marketing is your creative authenticity. It is your radical expression. It is your front-facing connection to the ideal audience. We don't, you know, manipulate and force who comes in front of your marketing, but we make you magnetic so that your marketing is magnetic. And I'm going to be sharing the 3 biggest mistakes that I see people making when they're not connected to the power of their mind and body to just be one beaming force of magnetism to who and what you want, and how to use this magnetism as a key tool in your business. I'm going to show you how to overcome those 3 problems using my proven strategies that actually turn cold prospects like you into clients within 5 days, just like my clients over Christmas experienced. So I want to start with the idea that, you know, the quantum leap method takes you on a journey of these 4 steps to a place of absolutely renewed perception and purpose, and just, you know, overwhelming prosperity. But the thing is that all 3 of those things are the same, and it all comes from the fact that how you live your life and experience your life comes from how you view your life. Going back to those clients in December, how they saw that month would have depicted how that month rolled out for them. So it affects how we act, right? They changed how they looked at things. That affected how they feel. That affected how they acted. It affected how they vibrated. And the thing about action is that when it comes to our business, we're kind of programmed to think that it has to come through physical action, right? It comes through the strategic steps. We're all out there seeking the next strategy to market our business, seeking the next strategy to make more money. And in all of that doing, we're not actually surrendering to what is being gifted to us as guidance, and we're not really listening to spirit. So there's a skill that we have to adopt, right? So that we don't miss out on what is divinely destined for us, and so that we don't struggle for what is not. So that really is my story, certainly of the last 12 months, you know, pivoting my business in 2022 and really pivoting my business again in the last 12 months, simply by continually listening to divine will and really understanding that sacred partnership, and getting out of my logical mind. My skill really with people is to get them out of this logical mind and get them into trust. So that is how I went from being a victim of my world to a conscious creator of my experiences. It's how I moved from more traditional business coaching. Like I said, I was traditional business coaching between 2016 to 2021, where I actually experienced something quite tragic. And I realized that my business just wasn't reflecting who I am and how that person wanted to experience life and what was important. And I began a very deep journey there of change. And in the last 18 months, I've had this beautiful experience of just continuing to take that path of listening, of connecting to shamanism, of connecting to an Egyptian past life, and thus these really ancient practices to create the internal harmony that is what makes you magnetic to what you want, and easily, right? And now I'm reviving these practices, and it's part of what I call a blueprint for awakened wealth. There is these 9 steps to help conscious creators like you, other initiates of the new earth, 222, be in their full expression, their full abundance, their full light. And we're doing this through the somatic work, through the shamanic work, through a lot of trauma transcendence, but also through simplified marketing strategies. Because really, when you go into that next level of spiritual awakening, it really is about taking all complexity in your life to simplicity, and about stripping away everything that is not that true essence, that essence self, rather than created by this busy, noisy mind, right? And the thing is that the universe can work in partnership with you on that. It can be so simple, you know. There doesn't have to be the do, there doesn't have to be the push, there doesn't have to be the force. Things can align perfectly as they should in the perfect moment, and things can be easy, right? It's how we attune you to the frequency of what you want. I've had this beautiful story, you know, of being so dissatisfied with what I had actually created, because what roboting to these programs does is create a karmic reality that you're then stuck in, right? It's like you actually build your own walls by trying to fix the problems that you see, or to try and save yourself from the things that you fear. So you go about doing and fixing and pushing and forcing, and instead of breaking down the walls to abundance, you're building them up. And then you have this reality of, how do I get these walls down? The universe can take those walls away. It's destructive, but destruction is part of creation, right? Which is why it is so important for us to be tuned in and on this healing path as part of our business. I filmed a documentary last year. It was called A Baptism of Fire, and it really demonstrated that with my clients, how, you know, it's not an easy path to get to where you want. There's a fire of transformation. It's hot, it burns, you get prickly heat, but the only way through to where you want to truly be is to step into the fire and allow the heat, right? Which takes it takes a lot of inner work. Your business is really more of an inner journey than this outer journey that, like I said, we're told, focus on the strategy, find the business coach, pick the thing that's going to work, do the work, do the mahi. It's not about that at all. It can be easy. And that is how I have really found deep soul happiness, instead of the dissatisfaction I was feeling both in my personal life and in my business. You know, I had this whole period of towards, I guess, the beginning to the middle of last year, where like I couldn't even see what I wanted. I just saw black. I'd gone from, I guess, seeing pictures of what I wanted based on my programming to realizing that that programming was there and seeing nothing at all. And when you don't see, you don't receive, right? So it's taken a lot of that inner work to be able to allow myself to see, because the reason why I couldn't see was because I did not feel worthy of receiving it. And I had a lot of programming around what I started to see, you know, how it conflicted with the role that I was taught that I should be as a mother. You know, it didn't fit into any of these boxes that I see out there, because I can't fit in those boxes. You know, I'm such a creative, free spirit that with such a deep desire to live in wild abandon. And, you know, it's taken a lot to not feel guilty for who I truly am and what I truly want. And the thing is that when we're living in these low frequency emotions, guilt, fear, shame, we're actually operating out of our survival mind. And in the survival mind, you're trapped between the walls of all of the programming, which means it's very limited. And when we can get out of that survival mind, we actually go across into our superconscious mind, which I call the alpha mind. And this is where creation is. And it's not just where creation is, it's where creation outside of your wildest imagination is. Right? So you're not just creating from what you know, you are creating from what you don't know, and that you don't know that you don't know, right? This is fucking exciting. This is where life gets exciting. This is where you step onto a creative wave of chaos, where you are in true co-creation with the universe, and life becomes expansive. Things come to you that you feel on the inside, wow, that's aligned, but I didn't go chasing that. I didn't go chasing it down. It's come to me. It's attracted to me. We take our eyes off the details quite a lot. You know, we're not suddenly going, this has to happen and it has to happen in this way. It's just a feeling. And from the feeling of your truth, it attracts to you. Now, that feeling is your intuition from that hologram within your starseed, right? It is the whispers of your divine blueprint. Perhaps you are trapped by your logical mind that says, well, that's not going to work. That's going to create some judgment. I might lose that person in my life if I do that. Business is not going to make money if I go to where I'm called without my reason. Our entire world, our entire lives have been molded by this fear of disorder, right? But the thing about the universe and the law of the universe is that the fundamental law of the universe is balance. And the universe is always going to try and find that balance. We don't need the fucking structure and programs and conditions and force and crap to keep order. Order is not spacious, right? Order, we think order is spacious. We think it gives us the control, but it's not. It's suffocating us. It's suffocating you. Where the space is in the chaos. I know this from my experience. On that creative wave of chaos, it is so spacious. There are so many, you know, there is so much room for magic to happen. You are so unbound. You're in absolute wild abandon. You are not attached to any outcome, to any need, right? You are letting go and surrendering to the flow of life. And I'm going to talk about that. This flow of life force is running through you in every moment, so you can relax. You can be peaceful. You can be at one with yourself and listen. Listen, surrender, choose to respond, overreact. So we react from the place. Just 1 second.
Mama,
Yes?
I have chocolate.
Is anybody here to give it to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ask them to give it to you. Okay. Daddy's gonna kill me. I just gave away his chocolate. Whew, to the 3-year-old. So where was I going? Come on, come back, come back, come back, come back. Yeah, so we're on this creative wave of chaos, right? We're in complete co-creation with the universe. And the thing is, it is freedom. It is all about freedom. But what is inherent in freedom is loss. You know, sometimes it can feel, when the universe is actually aligning things perfectly for you based on this divine blueprint, that everything is actually falling apart. And this is again why we have to come back to the inner work, and we have to figure out what we're fearing. We have to figure out where we are not able to let go, why we're not able to surrender, what parts of our self-worth are lacking, so that we have this wholeness, this whole and giving and loving and accepting and excited approach to life and business. The possibilities go so far outside of your logical mind when you can do this. I wrote a book in last year, published last year, Awaken Your Miracle Frequency. It's easier than you think to have it all. You can get it from the highlights in my profile or from the bio link. And, you know, I share with you just how many times, not only I ended up in a hurricane, right, in the middle of wild hurricanes, where you would think, Claire, shit yourself because you're going to die, where the universe has just provided. And I didn't just get through, I got through with such deep wisdom and accelerated growth. And things changed in a quantum leap. I show you how money has not come from where I ever expected it from. Money is in flow constantly, and you just got to ask yourself, is money flowing around you, or is money flowing through you? You know, if it's not coming from all these different places, then why not? What walls do you have up to receiving? Because money is currency. It's meant to be in flow, right? So we are divinely protected and supported at all times. You should never be short of money. You should always have enough. The sun doesn't stop shining to keep the flower blooming, right? It is absolutely in abundance. The sunlight is in abundance, and that central golden sun is the divine and absolutely unconditional love of the universe for you and your divine mission. But you've got to be in the ecosystem. You've got to be in partnership. You've got to be listening and in surrender to how that ecosystem flows, right? Again, you don't see the wind blowing and the trees like, hang on, I'm just going to hold on to my roots and not move. You know, it's like the trees bend and flow. I have seen earthquakes and trees just move in the movement, because everything's constantly moving. Things are constantly changing. We can't stop the hurricanes. We can't sweeps away all the shit in your life. The universe is removing that complexity for you and making things simple so you can feel good. And when you feel good, you do good and you attract good, right? Bella says, riding with the flow of life feels so damn good, but you got to trust. Hey, Bella, you got to trust. Bella's had to do some deep freaking trusting in the last 12 months, more than 12 months that we've worked together now. It's like, trust over fear. How do we trust over fear? Now, we hear this a lot in manifestation. We act as if. So we do the thing that we would do if we already had the thing that we want. Number one, that's really important. Write that down. You know, it's like when you're resisting paying the coach, you're telling the universe that you don't think the money's coming. When you resist paying your bill, you tell the universe that you don't think that money is coming. Right? You do what you can to act as if all of the time, and you show gratitude all the time as if. You don't look for the external validation in your external world. You know, it might be whatever circumstance or whatever thing has happened. You know, you might go into your DMs and there's no DMs there. You don't go into your DMs and say, oh my God, nobody's looking at my stuff. Nobody's picking up that freebie. You're already in gratitude as if they already have. Then you don't even need to go into the DMs, right? Because the feeling creates the magnetism to what you want. You'll get the backdoor message from who you didn't even think was even looking at your content. It's nuts. Again, Bella, backdoor messages, whoever's on here, a client, let the rest of our 222 know that the backdoor message is a thing. I did a whole masterclass on it, which I think is on YouTube somewhere. So, you know, that includes taking what we feel are the setbacks, the unavoidable change, the left wing things that come out of the blue. You know, it's like they're happening on purpose, and we just bend like the tree, and we just show gratitude, and we continue to act as if. Okay. So in the documentary, in the documentary A Baptism of Fire, you see a lot of that sort of like, you see the hurricanes, and you always see how the hurricanes actually happen right before the abundance too. So it's often that case of right where you think you're really in the shit is actually where life is totally happening for you. And that is where you've really got to step over a line of courage. You know, like I say, that fire of transformation, it's going to get hot, it's going to burn, you're going to get prickly heat, but you got to have the courage to step in anyway, okay? Allow divine will to create your baptism of fire, to burn away everything, all of those limiting programmings, all of those experiences that you've had, all of that karmic baggage that you're carrying around, so that you can live in the highest experience, the highest ascension. The opposite is that fear will just pull in more of what you don't want. It's a contraction, right? And it's like my coach, one of the first things that my first ever manifestation coach said was, worrying is praying. If you worry about it, you're going to call it in. And I experienced that. And it sucks because you say, fuck, this is what I've been thinking about. There it is, right? So everything, yes, please, I'm on a masterclass. Yes. Oh dear, do you need a cuddle? Okay, you want to sit here? Everybody say hello to Bowie. This is Bowie. Hi. Hi. I'm sorry. So the manifestation of everything in your life is a reflection of your energy. So whatever is going on in your internal landscape is what you will experience in your external world. It's all coming from how you feel. Your feelings are so important. And that doesn't mean that you can't feel bad feelings. I had an experience over the weekend where I felt bad. You know, I felt some really strong emotions that were really heartbreaking, and it's no good to not feel them. But what we have to do is take your power back from where you look outside of yourself, right? So instead of looking at the situation, wrapping your stories around it, becoming the stories, becoming the energy of the stories, just come in and actually ask yourself why this is coming up, from divine will, by divine will, because there are areas of your unconscious mind, body that are ready to express. Because if they can express, you can listen to them. Instead of becoming the feeling unconsciously and going into the robot program and just acting in the way that is an old pattern that is limiting abundance in your life, you can allow life force, the wisdom to flow through you and create a new pattern. And what happens when we create a new pattern is that we get new results, right? It's all about your energy. All about your energy, how you attune to the highest frequency, how and where you direct your energy, and also what takes it from you. And, you know, really coming into this place of self-respect and self-love and consciousness, so that you can see these things and you can have boundaries around these things. That requires going back to what I said before about your worthiness to be who you truly are and receive what is truly aligned to your true dreams and desires, which again comes back to the inner work. Do you see that I keep coming back to the same theme? It is not, you know, your money, your manifesting, your marketing is not, in fact, these external business strategy things. It's all about the inside, how you nurture the life force, that unity with source. Like I said, there are two levels to the self. There is this up here, which is your personality, the mind. There is your essence self. The two can be in conflict or in harmony, and both can be catalyzed by this connection to source. I'm going to teach you I'm going to teach you a few of the steps of the Awakened Wealth Blueprint if you stay on. And like I say, that awakened, I'm just going to push the door too. Whey! That Awakened Wealth Blueprint is the step-by-step to how my clients get to this place of more creative authenticity, more income, more impact, but also more radical expression and feelings of freedom, time freedom, really feeling like they're on their divine path in truth without all of the struggle and hustle. I'm also going to be taking you through a breath work, hopefully, if I stay to time and I can get my tech working. This is my first ever Instagram masterclass. So we're going to give it a good shot. It's going to be amazing. It's a breathwork experience that I led at a big festival over the weekend, and the comments have just been amazing. So I know you're going to love it. So stay around, because that's really your experience of how to really work with your body, change state really easily, and create this source unity, so that you can allow the universe to do the heavy lifting for you. This is all about, like I say, awakening a miracle frequency. That means that you can have the money, have the success, have the love without being the one that does all the bloody work for it. Have the time freedom that you want. Bowie, please. Mummy's just on a masterclass. Can you go play with the girls just for a little while? So your body has its own intelligence, and it's in connection with the universe.
Can you put Billy on?
Just give me 1 second. Eden, could you please put Bluey on for Bowie just while Mummy's on this class? Bluey.
I'm receiving.
Electronic babysitter. I know it's not the best, but we're on the latter end of the holidays. And I wanted to do this, like, this was so divinely inspired. So your body has its intelligence in connection with the universe. If you think about the string theory, that the whole universe is this strings, these strings are actually flowing through you. They're flowing through connection points in your body. And because of that, we have these pathways of these healing energy to come through and actually harmonize this internal environment, right? Harmonize your chakras, harmonize you to a coherent frequency that matches the universe, so that you can become magnetic to what you want, so that you can attract it to you. But when your unawakened blueprint, if your blueprint is not actually, you're not awakened to this divine blueprint, you're actually just constantly functioning from a blueprint that is imprinted with all the shit that has gone on in your life, all the experiences, all the bad experiences, all the trauma, all the programming, all the conditioning. You just haven't seen it. You haven't awakened to it, right? So you're living up here in your personality rather than down here in the essence self. You're literally unconsciously manifesting all of the time from that place. And this is because of your reactions. You're unconscious, which means your unconscious body mind is driving the car. And, it's your nervous system. There's triggers in your environment. Things like, okay, the client doesn't pay the bill on time. Straight away, you're making meaning of that. The nervous system is going into incoherence. The incoherent nervous system is firing off the thoughts. The head's filled with the thoughts. You're in the feeling of the thoughts, and you're manifesting more of that shit. You're going to get another client who doesn't pay their bill, right? We've got to take your mind out of your environment and take it into your body, because when you can do that and you can become the one driving the car, when you can be the one that is in healthy control of your nervous system, and you can bring your nervous system back to a regulated state. It has dysregulation on purpose. You're going to need fight or flight sometimes. You're going to need the freeze state sometimes, but not all of the time. And it really is detrimental to how you grow your business if you're not focusing on your body, on the somatic process, on the neurosomatic connection. The neurosomatic connection gets really lost when we have trauma. If we have a dysregulated nervous system, it is likely that we have trauma sitting there that we are still unconscious to its real deep roots and why we're stuck. The nervous system will be dysregulated. And the mind will just be full. So your mind becomes clear. And when your mind becomes clear, you have this direct connection to source. And you can become a clear window for source to channel through, right? And it's beautiful because it connects you to your freedom to actually live in any moment as per why you're meant to be here. I do believe that your Dharma, your purpose, will possibly always stay like, you know, it will kind of be a mystery, but it can unfold through you, you know, and you can live in that sacred adventure. You can know that you're doing what you're here to do whilst experiencing your joy and whilst having things not necessarily easy, because the path of Dharma, the path of purpose, is often actually the challenging path. But you can be in peace with it because you have this ability to surrender because you trust, okay? So whatever you're doing right now in regards to manifestation, the visualizations, the affirmations, maybe you're doing some breath work, if it's not aligned to that divine blueprint, it doesn't mean that you won't create it, but you may end up where I ended up, which was in a place of unhappiness, a lack of fulfillment, misaligned, and effectively feeling very trapped by the very situation that I had created myself. And that's so different from this place of where I am now, that is this deep soul happiness and what has attracted into my world from this deep soul happiness, and in being able to allow this deep soul happiness without the guilt and the shame. And I really want other creative, spiritual entrepreneurs to have success doing what they love, you know, in complete alignment, in full radical expression of who they are easily, which is why I created and I'm sharing this Awakened Wealth Blueprint, okay? Love has been my journey of the last 12 months, which again, you know, well, yeah, exactly the last 12 months. Again, would seem strange because my marriage has broken down in the last 4 months. You would say, well, surely it is about the opposite. It is about losing love, but it has been about understanding love and how love has its own beautiful intelligence. And manifestation is love, you know, it is the law of the highest vibration, where absolutely everything is possible and everything is always in creation at all times. It is where you feel how you are part of one whole in which all things are one within its source. And when we resist surrendering to this intrinsic cycle of creation because our deepest shadows tell us that we aren't worthy of fucking receiving it, what happens? We don't, you know, it's like we don't get to feel that deep soul happiness and love and abundance, and we burn out. You know, it's tiring. I did a live this morning about the unawakened male within us, you know, the opposite, the face off to the divine feminine, and how you bring these forces within you into union. And really it's a journey of trust and reconnecting to the intrinsic value of who you are, and not feeling shame for that, right? Allowing this divine light, learning to be in source unity so that this divine light illuminates your divine blueprint. Yes, the Dharma is a mystery, but you get these beautiful glimmers, right? You get these moments of knowing you're on the right path. You get signs from the universe. You get the feeling that, you know, this might be challenging, it might be left wing, but actually I'm in flow, you know, I'm able to flow with this. And I do believe that you feel your truth as well, right? So this divine guidance is available all of the time to all of us. And it really, you know, receiving it comes down to trusting that everything is a sacred adventure. Unfolding at the right moment. I use this beautiful affirmation, everything is happening perfectly as it should in the perfect moment. and allowing this mystery to unfold, right? So next step, we've talked about acting as if. Your next thing is really about asking. So yes, you're acting as if, but did you ask? Again, coming back to your worthiness, you know, are you going to do the thing and then wait for external validation that what you want is going to come from it? Or do you walk in having already asked in trust that it's coming? Or do you even not bother to walk? Because what I've experienced is that movement does not come in the physical steps. Movement comes in the stillness. Movement comes in the unconditional love of what experience you are in, and patience to go through it and allow your mystery to unfold, right? Allow your unconscious to express. Respond from there instead of react. But you got to ask, and to ask, you got to know your worth. Coming back to knowing your bloody worth, knowing who you are, loving him or her deeply without shame. We also really have to take this journey, and this has been a recent journey for me of like, again, when we come from our fear place, when we come from our programming and conditioning, we will ask for what we think that we need instead of what we truly want, right? And we may also as well ask for what we want from a place of lack and from a place of attachment to what we need, but not realize we're doing it. So there's a real skill that I work with my clients to really know how to ask for what is yours by divine right. You know, and that again comes back to the source unity. It comes back to the trust. It comes to listening, looking to see, receiving the signs, not resisting. I always say there's 4 things that really are affecting your business that you probably don't know that you're doing. And that is doing, like sitting in the resistance, either forcing yourself to do the things that you resist or resisting them. Or, you know, that's also the things that kind of make you feel aversion. You'll either avoid them or you'll push through them. But also attaching to the outcomes. It has to be this way, and if I don't get this thing, I'm going to be fucked, right? So we have got to come away from that manipulation and control into flow. When we're in flow, we want to be giving from this inspired, creative, divinely guided place, even if it's outside of the logical mind, right? And without reason. But we've also got to be in the place of receiving. So I posted a little while ago, a little reel, just a few weeks, maybe a couple of weeks ago, and it was like, you know, I'm doing these things and I'm feeling in my joy, I'm feeling such alignment, but this little feeling keeps popping up, guilt for actually, you know, having manifested this. And instead of becoming the feeling and then pulling back and you know, saying no, you have to know how to just be in observation of the feeling and know that the feeling is a gift. And do the inner work to understand where that feeling's coming from and do the healing there, right? So much of our healing can be done without all the conscious push and force. I'd say the first maybe 4 years, maybe 5 even, maybe 5, 6 years of me being a coach, before I really discovered the shamanism, the energy work, the frequency work, was very much this consciously, we have to figure out where it's coming from. We have to, you know, go through and re-experience and clear, again, that innate intelligence of the body. When you start working with the body mind, so much can be cleared without your conscious even awareness, right? It's just harmonized. So let's go into the steps of the Awakened Wealth Blueprint. As I'm going through, if you've got any questions, you know, do not hesitate to drop them here and I'll answer them. I said it's a 9-step blueprint and it's in 3 phases. Now, the 3 phases, the first 2 phases run kind of alongside each other if you're working with me one-to-one or in my mastermind. The third phase comes after the first two phases. So the first phase is all set around the mystery school. It is all about the unconscious body mind, working with the alpha mind, creating the magnetism, really the somatic stuff, the miracle frequency, the ability to bend reality instantly, create such fast results, such fast change, have the synchronicities and miracles become a part of your day-to-day life, make business easy, basically, have money come to you instead of you chase down money all of the time. The second phase goes into your marketing, because when you have that self-connection, when you have that coherence, when you have that creative authenticity and inspiration and source unity connection, we can really go into this place of expression. So we start focusing on, you know, I call it the brand rebirth, really bringing your business into alignment with who you truly are, really bringing your story through, because story is just magnetic in itself, and making the whole marketing process way less complex. Like I say, simplified marketing strategies. And the third part is my favorite, because we go into evergreen selling, because I know that creative entrepreneurs, us conscious creatives, we don't like the launch to launch lifestyle. It makes us feel trapped. It's tiring. It doesn't give us the freedom that we need. And so I give you the steps to have an evergreen way of consistently selling yourself with high opportunities for passive income. So, you know, if you want to go off and do the retreat, if you want to go and do the 3-month sabbatical, if you want to, you know, just be a mum for, I've just taken the whole month off, you know, it's absolutely possible, and money's still going to flow to you. I wanted to focus on those first 3 steps in the mystery school, because I get really excited about these. This is where my passion is, and this is where the biggest changes are with my clients as well. The first step is so simple, and I've been talking over and over again about the source unity. How do you come into connection with source? How do you, when you feel those low vibration feelings, instead of becoming them, how do you transmute them? How do you become an observer of them and allow them to dissipate so that the mind becomes clear and you receive the wisdom from them? And it's a really super simple way. Step 1, I call it the 7x7 method. It is available on a free app. If you go up to my link in my bio, go to my resources, download the free Awakened Wealth app, get the 7x7 method. So simple. It is literally 7 simple neurosomatic rituals that you can do for 7 minutes, 7 times a day, that just get you sitting down and connecting in. So simple. When I experienced the tragedy that I did at the end of 2021, that is where that method was born from, because I was in such despair, to be honest, that I couldn't do anything in my business. I didn't even know how I was going to put my feet forward, you know, and take steps to come back to this place where I had unconditional love for myself. And that method changed my life. And I know it's changing other people's lives. And I know it's so simple. So the 7x7 method is step 1. It's where we learn that, like I say, the movement, the progress isn't in the movement, isn't in the doing, it's in the stillness. Step 2 is where we step into the quantum leap method. And the first step of the quantum leap method is, okay, I have a truth, and there is a massive possibility that my whole life is not my truth right now. My whole life is my conditioning. And so, you know, you start to feel into, and I give you ways to really truly understand who you truly are and what you truly want, what is authentic to you. And then we reframe all the untruths that tell you that you can't have it, that you're not worthy of receiving it, that it's impossible. It's everything that seeds that negative record player of the personality, the mind self, right? And we release the body memories. Okay, this is the step 2, is we go into the body and we release the body memories that are triggering the nervous system all the time. I call this somatic trauma transcendence. Because what happens when we don't have that somatic, we can have the we can do the mindset work until we're 99, right? And have will and, you know, positive, we can force ourselves to think positive and all this shit. Your body will keep reacting. Your body will always remember what it experienced until you clear from the body, okay? And your body is creating the feelings trigger the thoughts, and that is what manifests in your external reality. So we've got to come to the body. We work on that somatic trauma transcendence, and we reinforce what I call the triangle of power, which is from the base chakra. It's clear of that karmic baggage. It is, you know, structured with this strong, healthy, resilient, regulated nervous system that is creating coherence all of the time, but also able to feel good feelings, you know, because we have a sympathetic nervous system on purpose. Our sympathetic nervous system, when we're dysregulated, makes us dysregulated, but when we are regulated and then we know how to trigger our sympathetic nervous system, we're in fucking good feelings, ecstasy within, ecstasy without. And then we have this final wall of your triangle of power that is this mind record playing all the good stuff easily, right? The neuroplasticity of your truth, effectively. And in this final side, this is really imprinting, imprinting your blueprint with the empowered ways of staying open, having your heart open to life unfolding through the divine within. And that is where we get to the step 4, right? The step 3 across to step 4. Step 3, it's like then we're going into really knowing how to attune that high frequency, stay in that high frequency, all the somatic tricks. It's magic. And step 4 is where we arrive at our new sense of perception, our new sense of purpose, and overflowing prosperity all of the time. So that method starts to roll out at step 2. We don't, like I said, we don't stay there. It's going to roll out through the blueprint, but we start at step 2 straight away, getting into your body. And then at step 3, we're getting into the alpha mind. We're getting into the place of your subconscious. We're learning to bend reality at your will. Does that sound exciting? Like, I love it. It's where you are not limited anymore. You're not limited by what you know, and you are in the absolute place of what you don't know, and what you don't know that you don't know, and divine will. In this step 3, it's like where I'm teaching you, like I say, how to get into these high frequency states, stay in them, use your sex magic, have true somatic evolution where your entire body is at one with the loving intelligence of the universe, because you've cleared out all of that fucking shame, right? You've let it go. You are not ashamed for who you are anymore. Not ashamed. We stir up your sex magic. We connect you to your sacred sexuality so you know your fucking power, so that in that face-off between your unawakened male within and that female, that awakened, it's like the awakened priestess versus the unawakened male, right? The unawakened male within you is afraid of the power of the awakened priestess, the priestess who knows how to use her sacred sexuality to create such good feelings that manifest in such an amazing experience of life, and surrender to receiving it with absolute worthiness. We need to heal that unawakened male. You know, we need the unawakened male to wake up to the fact of the equality, right? And the union of the equality, and what the union of the equality can create, that working together of these divine forces. It's beautiful. And, you know, there's a writer, oh my God, I've forgotten his name, Robert Anton Wilson, who talks about these circuits of your brain. And obviously I've talked about this survival brain, and that's your primal level, your first circuit. And there are levels that go up to this fifth circuit of the brain, which is the neurosomatic circuit, which is this full ecstatic state that wipes all of these other circuits of the brain that have you stuck in limiting patterns. That's where we want to be. That is where we are really starting to work deeply into the skills of the mystery school, how you start literally being in your business differently, manifesting powerfully, utilizing the juice of your own body to become more potent and powerful, and being okay with that. Okay, being okay with receiving, restoring your own worth, realigning you to this divine blueprint, and manifesting for the highest good. Something that has been a learning in the last, I guess, 6 weeks, 2 months, is this realization that I might cry. Bella's like, oh God, she always cries. Realizing that pure love, it just is. You know, when we come to our worthiness and we think about the experiences that made us feel unworthy, that made us feel shame, it's like there's not even any truth in them, because pure love just is. It's like when you look at your children. You look at your children and you bloody love them unconditionally, even if they're coming in on your masterclass and making a mess in your kitchen and eat whatever they're doing. It's just right there in the moment. In the moment, you are in love, and that is what pure love is. I want you to close your eyes just for a moment and feel that feeling. Feel whatever, maybe it's looking at your cat, maybe it's looking at how the sun dances off the leaves on the trees. Maybe it's the man that you love. Like, it just is. There's none of this fucking mind shit that talks you around. You know what I mean? It just is. And in this detachment from the mind, right? In the detachment from the mind, that yes, Bella is absolutely on it, comes from the somatic work, that's a fucking game changer, because it doesn't trigger the mind anymore. You have this detachment, and in the detachment you can live in the appreciation, the anticipation, excitement that is the high vibrational juju that pulls in the high vibrational experience of life. Your vibration naturally rises as you are in this detachment to the fears that you have, the programs that you have, the conditions that you hold, so that you're just discovering and allowing. Again, coming back to love. It's like love is not given, love is not received. Or love is received, but it's not taken. You don't pull it, you don't grab it, you don't shove it, it just is. And in the isness, you're just in the discovery and the allowing of it, and it's fucking beautiful, right? That is what brings us moment to moment, okay? And when we're moment to moment, we can be in dynamic receptivity with spirit, who is talking to us all the time and channeling through us all the time as well. Going back to step 1 of the 7x7 method, if you're sitting down 7 times a day and you're clearing your mind and you're listening, suddenly you're in dynamic receptivity with source, unity with source, more than you are in your programming. And so all of the resistance, attachment, aversion, avoidance, it's all gone, right? You are not in the fear vibration that's pulling in more shit that you don't want. You instead are in the love vibration that is manifesting more of the stuff that you can love, okay? Give me some freaking firebombs here. Is this good? Is this helpful? But there's a condition, and the condition is that you say yes to accelerated growth. I can change your results in 4 to 6 weeks. I do. But the thing is, it's not necessarily going to be the comfortable path. Yes, Sophia, yes! It's not going to necessarily be the comfortable path. There will be a baptism of fire. You may get prickly heat. And you have to learn how to be in obedience with spirit. It's like I had this moment at the weekend in this experience that honestly broke me. And I went down to the water's edge and I looked out at the water and I said, fuck this shit. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm out. Like, I'm tapping out. Like, if this is the path, It fucking hurts too much. I do not want to do this anymore. I do not want to feel this anymore. I don't want to keep going through this. I don't want all of this illumination of all this crap that holds me back. I don't want it. I don't want to see it. I'm done. I sat there on this rock. And it was like this realization that I don't really have a choice. You know? It is my divine blueprint. I am here on purpose. I am experiencing better because of this accelerated, uncomfortable path of growth. And I actually took some seawater in my little cup of my hand and I drank it to say, okay, you know, I'm back in. I'm not tapping out. But the feeling was so strong, right? Because it's so uncomfortable. So uncomfortable. I didn't want to be there anymore. The doubts and the fears, you know, they do sit in your unconscious mind, but life gifts you the consciousness constantly. And you can say, okay, I'm too much of a wuss to feel that, or it's too hard. Or you can say, yes, I'm ready for the illumination to help me understand myself, to help me understand how I grow, how I evolve, how I ascend. You know, they're coming up so we can break these past patterns, because past patterns, they are creating the reality that you keep meeting, you know, which might be not having enough money, which might be struggling in your business, which might be struggling in your relationship, not having things as feel like your truth. It's because of these past patterns. It's because you're not accepting the gifts from this divine unfolding to give illumination to what those patterns are and where they're coming from and clear them. And the reason why we don't do that is because we're scared. We're absolutely terrified. Everything in our primal brain, everything in our survival brain is locked hold of stability, security, certainty. And, you know, letting go of some of these belief systems, really coming to the place of truth of who you are. There's no stability there anymore. There's no security there anymore. You know, you let that go, but you let it go in like the most deep, unconditional trust, the most deep, unconditional love of yourself, of everything around you, of the experiences. And, you know, you, in some weird way, get your control back. I know that sounds strange because this is all about surrendering and letting go of control, but, you know, you're not in control when your imagination's running wild, when it's like giving you all the pictures of all the bad stuff that's going to happen, all of the what ifs, right? When my clients say to me, what if this happened? I say, what if? Because I help them to know themselves. I help them to know and trust. The spirit is not outside of themselves. The universe is not outside of themselves. It's within. Yes, my love. Yes, my love. And yeah, and we're always going to manifest what we fear the most. So we've got to get to grips with these fears, right? We have got to have our heart open almost at the weekend, having invested such a deep amount of time into opening my heart, taking the guards away. You know, it almost closed down again. Like I could feel it. I could feel it going like, no way, no more, can't do it. And I had to recommit to being open to the what ifs, you know, not closed. And I had to have this deep letting go to divine will, to know that I will not miss what is meant for me, but I can't ask for what is outside of my divine right, and to be okay with that. So in your business, this is really important as well. If you are here as one of the 222, if you are an initiate of the new earth, like your business is massive. It is not you wanting to put money in your bank. It is you here to change the fucking frequency of the planet, starting with your own frequency, right? And you have to be in that divine will. You can't lose what is yours by divine right, so you can trust, accept the path that is being presented, and choose ascending into highest possibility over attachment to the fear of what you might lose. So like I say, along the easy path, it's not going to be the easy path, but along the easy path, there's no growth. You know, if it's easy and it's what you're used to, there's no growth there. So ask yourself, how do you fully give to life, even when the pain in your heart cuts deeply? How do you say yes to whatever experience is manifesting, so that life still gives fully back to you? Just because things feel uncomfortable, just because things feel hard, does not mean that you are not literally in the creation of the rainbow in the storm. Bella, again, like we use this analogy in the quantum leap method of the rainbow. The rainbow is a reaction between the raindrops in your eyes. You can only see a rainbow when you look for it. So why are we not looking for the rainbow in the storm? Why are we not looking for the rainbow to appear? You know, not waiting for the rainbow to appear, knowing that when we look to see, there is always a rainbow, right? So your business is like this experience of growth, and there is a way, using the steps in the Awakened Wealth Blueprint, to be in full co-creation with the universe, to get the universe to do the heavy lifting for you, and to have your focus not on the external strategies as much. Yes, we have them. Yes, they're powerful. Yes, they work. But to be in the inner journey, which is the fastest route, right? I'm going to finish on this before we go into the, we've got heaps of time before we go into the breath work, okay? Look at life differently from now, okay? Look, like I said, that place that we end up at the end of the quantum leap method. I said I'd talk about 3 things today: the quantum leap method, the way that your brain and your body are a part of how you're manifesting. And I said I'd talk about marketing too. I am going to talk about marketing in just a second. But just going back to that quantum leap method, and let me know if you have any questions about the brain and the body and the manifestation. Going back to the quantum leap method, arriving at that destination of renewed perception, connection to purpose, and overflowing prosperity, they're all the same thing, because how you view your life is how your life manifests. So how can you look at your life differently? It's a brand new year. Set the intention to start looking differently, to look with gratitude and trust, to see everything as a sacred, beautiful adventure, to embrace ascension, which requires accepting and also releasing control. Embracing divine possibility, you know, the what ifs. Instead of, oh my God, what if this happens? Wow, what if? Because what's opening up for me? You know, again, creative wave of chaos. The space is in the chaos. And I promise you that even if you just take those steps, you're going to start living a life beyond your wildest imagination. You're only here once. How you live your life depends on the lens that you look upon it. The original title of my book was Life Through a Lens. No publisher liked it, so we ended up with Awaken Your Miracle Frequency. It's easier than you think to have it all. But really the essence of the book is that. It's like all of these experiences in my life, how I looked at them, how I changed, how I saw them, changed everything. It's changed how I feel, changed my possibility. And it allowed me to come back to this primal trust. Trust that there is a law of abundance. It is right now. It is everywhere. It is limitless, and it is constantly in flow. And primal trust allows us in that flow to give and receive freely and abundantly. And we become the completion of the circuit of the most powerful force in the universe, which is love, right? So I want you to now think about that feeling of love. Again, I asked you to close your eyes, feel that feeling of love, recognize, and then look back at your business and ask yourself, am I feeling that feeling? You know, like, do I love this like I love my child? Or am I feeling stuck? Am I feeling misalignment? Am I feeling hustle? Am I feeling force? I say to my clients, if you don't feel like it, you don't do it, right? If there's a feeling of struggle, it means that there's something within that we have to work on. This is really important to your marketing. It is the key area of struggle for most creative entrepreneurs. What do I post? What do I say? How do I get the engagement? How do I get people to DM me? What do I say in the DMs? What do I launch? What do I launch this time? What offer's going to make a difference? It's right? It's like, I remember it. I don't do it anymore. It's complexity. So let's get into quickly before we go to the breath work. 111. This is the power moment. This is your change. This is where you're going to start doing things differently. The 3 biggest mistakes I see people making in their marketing when they are not connected to the power of their mind and body as a key tool in their business strategy, and how to overcome them using my proven strategies that can turn cold leads into high-paying clients in 5 days. So, number 1, hustle. That is the biggest mistake, is the forcing the content. It is the needing to, like, I don't care what anybody says, these content plans, batching, it's all bullshit. If you can come back into this beautiful source unity, you will never be short of content again, and you will be absolutely of the utmost certainty that you're saying the right thing in the right moment to the right person, and you will see the backdoor DMs, okay? So again, progress is not in movement, it is in standing still. How do you, over your marketing, focus on source connection to have inspired content that is by divine will to create the highest good? 222, right? Number 2, the other mistake is not being authentic, not being vulnerable, not following your joy, not using your vibration. This is so important. If it does not feel like you, don't share it. If you're not present in the classroom of your life, if you're not following your joy, you won't be able to share your joy. It's the second big mistake. The third mistake I see is a strategic one, and that's not marketing a proprietary system, like not making your audience sure that you have tangible steps, because they're just like you in this primal place of their brain that if they don't have certainty, then they won't buy, right? So if it's not clear, there is a system and it takes me to this exact result, and this exact result actually is the result that meets me on the place in my journey where I am at, it's not going to work, right? So we overcome those problems with the blueprint. There are specific ways that we do this. Like I said, the brand rebirth, which is step 4 in the Awakened Wealth Blueprint. We go through a full 30-day brand rebirth where we, there's an offer clinic, there's a marketing mastermind. We look at your value ladder. We look at how we apply my personal story formula to your marketing, how we simplify everything. And then we go into the evergreen selling system from there, right? That just means that you get your time back, you get your peace of mind back, you start investing in your joy, you become more present in your classroom of life, your marketing becomes more powerful, you become more potent and powerful, you become magnetic to what you want, okay? So I have a freebie that is going to help you to really understand my mission and that blueprint. So if you want that freebie to really understand the steps of the Awakened Wealth Blueprint and how you can start to take them, and actually start to take them as well. Step 1, the Awakened Wealth app. Shoot me a DM. Shoot me a DM right now and I'll connect you to that. We are going to breathe now, which is beautiful. So I'm going to bring up this here. I'm going to plug this in. I'm going to ask that you put yourself in a place where you can be undisturbed, where you can sit down or lie down. If you've got some headphones, maybe pop your headphones in right now. Pop this in here. Grab some water. Who's breathed with me before? Hey, who has experienced the magic of my Soma breath work? Who has taken this beautiful experience of coming with me into cosmic stars? Here we go. Breathwork set. Amazing. We're on here. We're up here. Turn this one, turn this one, turn this one. Turn this one, turn this one, turn this one. Amazing. I'm going to grab... nope, can't use headphones because you won't hear. So, what we're going to do is start with a meditation and just really drop you into a calm, coherent, beautiful, relaxed state. You're then going to hear a breath count. The breath count is 4 by 4, and it's going to be in through the nose, out through the mouth. Beautiful. I really want you to think about not breathing. So it's not like, it's like you can squeeze down your Mula Bandha, your pelvic floor. Imagine there's nostrils in your belly. Fill your belly and then just allow this beautiful rise through the diaphragm into your chest. And then it's like the peak of a wave. You can just let go. You can let go with a tone. Ah. Ah. Or you can do it with no tone, okay? We're going to roll into a breath retention. I'm going to guide you through the breath retention. You're going to breathe all the way in, all the way out, and then hold your breath. Contraindications: if you are pregnant, if you have epilepsy, if you have heart conditions, if you have any serious medical condition, just keep breathing through this breath retention. I'll then guide everyone to breathe in, hold their breath at the top, and let go, and then we'll go into another round of breath and then finish with a meditation. Why are we doing this? We're doing this because I've mentioned those two words, life force energy coming up from source through you, right? It's channeling through you, yes, but we can channel it. We can become aware of it. We can fire it up. This Mula Bandha, this pelvic floor that we squeeze, whether you're a man, whether you're a woman, it's your sex, right? It's your sexual energy. Your sexual energy is your creative force. Your creative force channels through your Ida, your Pingala, your, sacred channels in the body. Remember I said that through this, this work that I've done, I've realized that so much of the clearing can actually just be unconscious. So like this energy is coming through all the seals in your chakras, coming up, 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 clearing away all the crap that you're holding on to, bringing you up into these higher energies, which is your direct connection with the higher mind. And your superconscious. It is your superconscious mind. It's where your visions are. It's where your imagination is. We use the imagination. We use the imagination to supercharge your feelings, to create this high vibration, to put this high vibration out. Like I said, worrying is praying. If you're in the vibration of worry, and you're just pumping out worry, and then you're pulling back in what you're worried about. What if you pump out the good stuff? What if we learn to feel ecstasy? So much of the work that I do with my clients is with their eyes shut in their body, creating good feelings. And it is outside of reason. It is outside of the logical mind, but it works. It's powerful. It's working for me. And, I want to bring you into these steps. So giving you this experience, because this is a huge part of the mystery school, using techniques like breath work, movement, somatic trauma release, a method that I've created myself called the lens process, which is really powerful for clearing, some conscious clearing and releasing, but from the body, somatic trauma transcendence. So again, any questions, let me know right here. Otherwise, I'm going to start the music and we're going to drop down into that beautiful meditation. Where's the sound? Give me a second. You can't hear anything, eh? Hey Raymond, we're on. Bella says huge shifts from the breathwork. Oh my god, you're all in for a treat. Well, we are, if I can get the sound to come out. Let me just pause that. Why don't we have sound? This one. Ah, let's try again. No, it's because I was at the festival at the weekend and I unplugged everything. Let me just come on here. Audio. Use laptop speakers. Click, click. Jared, are you still on? I need your tech skills. Okay, just give me a second. I'm going to play it out of somewhere else. See if that works. I know it's going to work. Thank you for your patience. You beautiful 222s. Who sees 222? Who knows they're an initiate? Who's connected with their past life and their soul contract? I would just literally be so excited to hear about that. Oh my gosh, where is it? Downloads. Here we go, got it, got it, got it. Boom. Okay, it's just asking me to close it from here, so I'll just close it from here. Close. Close. Yes, I'm sure, yes. Goodbye. There we go. Okay, can we hear it? Bella. Bella's seen 222. Can you hear the music? Somebody give me a sound. Ah, DJ Wicks. Good old Jared. You okay? I'm gonna come. Yes. I'm gonna come. Yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming. Just 1 minute, okay? I'm gonna come. So, can you hear my voice over the music? Okay. Bella, can you hear me over the music? Beautiful. So I just want you to relax. I want you to close your eyes. I really want you to feel your body, feel your vibration. Feel that oneness. Maybe even connect with that loving feeling. Connect with that loving feeling in your heart. That feeling when you look at the one that you love or your child. And allow, as you sit, for that loving feeling to radiate through your body. Feel your heart expanding. Don't put any force on your breath. Just allow yourself to breathe naturally. Just allow yourself to relax. Maybe as you gently breathe out, let your shoulders drop. Unclench your jaw. Take a sigh. And even hearing the word relax makes you feel relaxed. And just bring your focus up into your third eye, into those higher energies, into divine possibility, into the place in your world where there are no longer limits. where your wildest imagination is not filled with the bad what ifs, but with what if? What if I could live without reason, live without logic, live by my divine blueprint? In a moment, you're going to hear the count of 4 in through the nose, out through the mouth. And we're going to drift into your imagination. What is possible in your wildest imagination? I want you to see that golden sun, that ever-giving golden sun, dripping abundance onto the earth limitlessly. You see this golden sun dripping down its gold into this beautiful golden bird with its arms spread out wide. And become this golden bird. Lift yourself up off the ground, up, allowing yourself to glide, feeling the distance that can be covered with no effort at all, just in complete flow with the universe. As you keep breathing in and out, feel that flow, see that wide view of the world. What is possible in your own world when you expand your vision, when you become the golden, ever-giving abundance of the sun? Now I want you to imagine this golden bird taking its place in your heart. This golden beauty sitting in your heart space, wings out wide, heart fully open, radiating this solar consciousness with every single breath in and out. Feel every breath expand. This solar consciousness, this golden light. Feel this golden field of abundance coming from your open heart. Feeling the space around you, touching everything around you, and everything around you that you are touching, turning to gold. Feel and smile Feel the beauty of this ever-giving abundance constantly in flow, just like your breath in and out. What goes out comes back in, fills you up, expands out. Conscious, constant flow, limitlessly. Now I want you to take one big deep breath in, squeeze your pelvic floor, bring the air already all the way up, hold it in your midbrain, squeeze, just spend a moment here, and then let it go with a sigh of good feelings, and hold your breath at the bottom. This is our breath retention. We're going to invest a few moments here in trust, in peace, in relaxation, taking the mind out of the body, drifting, allowing yourself to drift to the edge of that field that you created with your breath, to the edge of that golden light, to the edge of your own perception. Just sit there at the edge, feel that line of courage across which you can step into a whole new world of reality. If you feel the urge to breathe, I just want you to take a little step and blow it out again. Keep holding your breath. Relaxing, deepening, feeling the intensity build within, the creation building within. Notice that in your sacral chakra. And what we're going to do together, 222 initiates, is squeeze down our pelvic floor. Hold that energy, feeling it build, knowing that as we breathe in together in just a moment, we are freeing ourselves from the way that we normally view our world and breathing up into full expansion. 1, 2, 3, and breathe in. Breathe that air all the way up your spine. Feel it move. Feel it going through all of those channels up into the higher mind. Hold it behind your eyes. Squeeze. Feel the freedom. Hold your breath. Hold your breath. Sit here for a moment. Experience the collective dream field. The place of true and full, limitless possibility. And just stay here and then just let the breath go with a sigh. And you're just going to stay in your own breath rhythm for a moment, enjoying this high vibration in your body, noticing it, becoming familiar with it. Just stay there for a moment. Now let's follow the music, making that Aum sound, connecting to our vibration. Breathing in from the root With an ah, feeling the vibration in that sexual area of your body, ah, moving up through your chest into the organ of the heart, ooh, feeling it vibrate, and then up into the midbrain, that feeling that buzz. Taking another deep breath in. And one more chant together. Knowing that you have every element of healthy, happy control of your own frequency, your own vibration, of how far, wide your mind can expand to the true and infinite possibilities of the universe. But only free from how you normally view that world. Only where you take yourself to the place that you can be the dreamer, but also the dreamed. In this alpha, superconscious mind. The place of only the highest vibration. In this next round of breath, we're going to focus on charging this vibration. So with every breath, find those good feelings and charge them up. Feel those good feelings. Smile. Allow your body to dance you into the virtual reality of the divine mind. Getting ready, we'll be breathing at that count of 4x4 again. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4, connecting back to what you saw when you reached the edge of your possibility, when you freed yourself from how you normally view the world and allowed the possibility of miracles. How do those miracles feel in your body to have what you want to manifest attract to you easily and in limitless abundance? Feel that joy, feel that ease, feel that ecstasy, and with every breath, breathe it up. Knowing how we can charge just a little bit more with that pull on the pelvic floor as we breathe in. Squeeze and breathe up, and then give a tone as you breathe out. Even. Move your body with your breath, relaxing. Still breathing like you're not breathing at all, focusing on filling the belly first, allowing the air to move up into the diaphragm, peaking like a wave and letting go. You are the tuning fork to your own vibration. You are not a reaction to the external world, its circumstances. You are the only circumstance. And how you view your world, how you believe in your possibility, how you know your worth, feel the worthiness of you to your core in your truth. What does your truth feel like? Your full, radical expression, all of those experiences in your life culminating in exactly who you are today, in the perfect moment, in the perfect way. In, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe yourself into the ecstasy of yourself, into the ecstasy of your divine perfection. In, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Breathe up the gratitude for everything that is happening in your world right now. Gifting you the gifts of insight, of illumination, of truth, of possibility, of letting go of the past patterns that are defining the limits that you are experiencing, clearing the way, opening possibility. In, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Keep breathing. Keep relaxing. Keep trusting. Allow any sensation in your body that you feel, maybe cold behind your nose or tingling in the feelings. It's just you. It's just normal. You are activating. You are raising in consciousness, raising in vibration. In, 2, 3, 4. And out. 2, 3, 4. Our last breath in and out. Now we're going to squeeze that pelvic floor and bring the breath all the way up. All the way up your spine, all the way up into your midbrain. Hold that breath just for a moment, squeezing. And then let that breath go. Hold your breath into your breath retention. Feeling the emptiness, feeling the stillness. This is where you are, that clear instrument for divine light of source to shine through. Stay there for a moment. If you feel the urge to breathe, I want you to resist it and keep holding your breath this time in trust, in the knowing that this is a metaphor for life. And now together we're going to squeeze the pelvic floor, and we are going to affirm as we bring that breath up our spine, up into our midbrain. Holding it at the top, squeezing the eyes together, drop your chin, creating an energy lock, that this is the way that you fulfill divine purpose, simply by being. Simply by being, I fulfill my divine purpose. Hold that affirmation, hold its power, see the light Allow any message or illumination to come through, any guide. Hold your breath. Feel the high vibration, feel the buzz. And then let it go with a sigh of good feelings. And then we're going to breathe in together. And use the sound of gratitude. Sha. Feeling that vibration in the belly again on the ah. Going into the low, into our mid, our chest, our heart. Oh, bringing it up to the midbrain. And taking a breath in again. Shalom. Become that tuning fork. And in this last round of breath, we are going to release this high vibration into the universal field around us. 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Remember, there's nothing to do but simply be, to be present in your body, to allow the innate intelligence of your body to clear, to release, to heal, to harmonize, to be the good feelings of what you want as if you already have it. Keep breathing, keep connecting. Those of you who have breathed with me before, who don't need the guide so much, you're welcome to take the pace of your breath up to a 2x2. In, 2, and out. 2. In, 2, out. 2. In, 2, out. 2. If you want to stay by the 4x4, that's fine. Go with what your body feels, but feel. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to expand your capacity to hold the good feelings, the trust, the joy, the bliss of your sacred adventure, whatever that sacred adventure looks for you right now, whatever doubts your mind is trying to play out on that record player, release them, let go, trust. It is what you know it to be. It is what is by divine right, by divine will. Your only job, your only thing to do is to be present in every moment, in this beautiful unfolding, in gratitude, in love that is unconditional, not attached to your stories, not attached to the meanings that you have made from your past experiences that create those past patterns that are creating more of the same. We create the new by allowing the new to emerge through us in this good vibration, in these good feelings. Breathe them up, allow them to release. Put out into the universe what you wish to receive. Breathe in love. Breathe out trust. Become that flow, that ever-flowing, limitless circuit of love, become its completion. Become the completion of the circuit of the most powerful force in the universe. Love. Manifestation is simply love. Become the energy of love and attract more things to love. Be in appreciation and receive more things to be in appreciation for. Feel that. Trust that. Faith. Active faith. In the moment. Trusting. Primal trust over primal fear. Everybody take that breath up now. In, out, 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 in, out, in, out, in, out. Feel that natural high of life. Ecstasy within equals ecstasy without. One more minute here. Breathe it in, breathe it out. Ascension. It is acceptance, releasing control, being in your body, being present moment to moment. Trusting in the innate intelligence of your body and its innate connection to the universe. The intrinsic value of you, simply being all of you in the moment, giving fully to life and allowing life to fully give back to you. 30 more seconds. One last breath in. Hold it. Squeeze. And then let it go. Down into our breath retention, holding your breath. You need to take a little sip of air, take a little sip in, then breathe it out again. Keep holding your breath. Feel the peace of this deep meditation. Pull your mind out of your body. Drift. And then as you feel that intensity building, squeeze your pelvic floor and breathe all that air, all that energy up your spine. Feel it move, move up into your midbrain. Drop your chin, create the energy lock, squeeze your eyebrows together and hold your breath at the top. Hold in love, hold in peace, hold in gratitude. Knowing it is already done. Your divine path is already written. You can choose the easy, the way to receive easily. And then let that breath go. Just coming back into meditation for a moment. Knowing that whatever insights, whatever guidance, whatever feeling is important has been divinely gifted to you in this beautiful experience. And feeling that bird in your heart, that golden bird, unfold its beautiful wings and once again begin to fly on the wings of change, the flow of the limitless abundance available to all equally. Watch it drift off on the current of life into the distance, in trust of where its wings is taking it, in trust of where your wings are taking you, and in absolute commitment to never hide your wings. Beautiful being, beautiful priestess, awakened to your power, in union with your divine forces within, in unity with spirit. And just beginning to become aware of your surroundings, any sounds, bringing yourself back into the room. Opening your eyes, giving me a smile, and even though I can't see you, but I love you and I love that you've been here today. I love how many people have been here all the way through today. You are committed to your awakened wealth, and I'm here to support that. So please DM me for the little freebie that I have that is going to basically pull that awakened wealth blueprint apart a little bit more for you, help you to understand my mission behind awakened wealth, and actually give you some tangible steps to get started with. We talked about the steps 1 to 3 of the blueprint, how they are available for free. So the freebie gives you access into those resources. If you have any questions, drop them into the comments. If you have any shares from that breathwork experience, please drop them into the comments. I love hearing what comes up for people, what they see, what they feel. I'll take a little slurpity slurp of my water. Anything? Nope, perfect. Okay, well, I'm going to jump off and go and catch up with my children. Who are running amok out there, and the puppy. I'm going to wish you the most beautiful new year, the most incredible 2024. Yeah, and those of you here on the replay, say hello as well. Lots of love. Bye bye.